Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday to you out there. Another beautiful day out here in the Phoenix metropolitan area. And I wanted to reach out to all of my friends, family, my past clients, potential clients out there to see if you understood what's happening out there in the market. Have you heard about what's happening with Zillow out there? A lot of us are aware through the news or through media or our friends that Zillow has exited the market when it comes to their home buying services. And some of my past clients actually took advantage of this in 2000 and 2021 of this year. So essentially, Zillow was offering cash deals or quick closes to homeowners who were looking to sell their property. They wanted to get it done quick, and they were open to looking at an offer that was 9 times out of 10 higher than what the market was actually providing at that time. For example, so I had some buyers that we were looking for property in the 350 to 370 range. Most of the times when we would come in with some strong offers, most of the time we were losing to cash offers. Most of the times we were losing to offers such as Zillow, who were offering $20, $30, $50,000 over the list price. And sellers were going for it. It made it very, very competitive and almost impossible for some of my buyers to get into contract, because at times you can't compete with somebody who has a little more money than you. However, what happened in recent stages is that Zillow has now taken that home buying service and exited the market. There's some speculation as to why this has happened, and I'm not going to create any speculation myself, but I do know that when you are purchasing a bunch of properties, inflating the price, waiving the appraisals, what happens is properties like that, other properties like that rather, are going to have to go through an appraisal process if they're not getting all cash offers. And what happens is, when you're going through the appraisal process, the appraiser rather has to sometimes call these listing agents and other agents that sold these properties. Hey, was this a cash deal? Was this a finance deal? Because what happens is, when a property is paid for with all cash, more times than not, you do not have to do an appraisal. I highly advise it when you're purchasing any property, because you want to make sure the value of your property is as accurate as can be. And an appraiser is somebody who can help determine what that price is. So when you're going up against an appraisal and you're a cash offer, sometimes that comparable that was used as a cash purchase cannot be compared to the same when you're using a house that's sold that was using financing. So I don't know if you caught that. So a house that was purchased with cash typically cannot be used as a comparable to a house that was purchased with financing, because this cash offer here, they waive the appraisal. This finance offer right here, they're going to require an appraisal, because the bank is going to say, hey, is this house really worth this? Is it really worth $20,000, $40,000, $50,000 over this list price, or is it worth this? So I believe that Zillow was doing this to try to increase and push those comps a little bit all over the country, not just Arizona. They were doing this in many markets out there. But what happened was, somebody at Zillow found out that there was a little bit of overspending happening, and they had to put this to a halt, because I guess it just didn't make sense with their business plan any longer. So what does this mean for you as a buyer? What does this mean for you as a seller? Well, nobody knows just yet. That's the beautiful thing about real estate. But I will tell you this. With most of my buyers who were in the market competing against people such as Zillow or these other big corporations that have bigger pockets, because this buyer has exited the market now and their pool of buyers, it gives you an opportunity as a buyer to go out there with confidence that you're not necessarily competing against cash offers anymore. Yes, they're still out there, but the regularity of the cash offers in the market now are not as much as they were in recent months, beginning of the year, all of last year. So as a buyer, you may have a few more options than you did a few months ago. Furthermore, you're going to be competing against other buyers who are financing just like you. So yes, it helps to have some additional money to put aside or put over the appraised value. But just this weekend, I helped a couple of my buyers get into contract. We didn't have to pay over appraised value. We had to structure a good solid deal. We did come in at full list price because the properties that are on the market right now are still priced very well. There is going to be an appraisal that occurs to make sure that we're not overpaying for properties. So if you're a buyer, you have an opportunity right now to get into the market and be competitive. If you're a seller right now, buyers are still out there. There are still cash buyers out there. There are still cash offers that are coming into you. But the buyers that are out there shopping right now, it is November the 16th today. Thanksgiving is around the corner, Christmas and New Year's are around the corner. A lot of people are taking this time to take the rest of the year off or take it with a little more ease than they have been for the remainder of this year. So you, Mr. Homeowner, have an opportunity to take advantage of the buyers that are in the market right now. If you're a buyer shopping right now in this market, you're motivated. You want to, and in some instances, you need to find a house before the end of the year, before Christmas, whatever the case is for you. You still have a chance to do that right now. If you're a seller, you still have the chance to do that right now if you are a buyer. The key is doing this with a little promptness behind you. Success loves speed. And when you are a seller right now, speed is the key in this market right now. Making sure that you have everything lined up, making sure that we have the marketing, good pictures, your house is clean. That's what it's going to take for you to get a solid offer right now, close before the end of the year, and get you moving on to the next step. So if you or anybody you know have heard these rumors about Zillow, if you or anybody you know have stopped looking at the market because of what was happening with Zillow or other cash buyers that were out there in the marketplace, I would highly encourage you to revisit what the market is doing right now, what your goal was then, and see how we can still make it happen today, right now, in today's market. And if there's anything in the world that I can do for you in the meantime, let me know. 480-235-0617. If there's anything in the world at all, please don't hesitate to reach me. I'll talk to you guys soon.